Hello guys, I made another video a few days ago showcasing some Mermail-Atlantean test hands, and a lot of people asked me, not a lot, some people asked me for a deck list, so here is my updated deck list for October 3rd band list. So, most of the stuff here are self-explanatory, but I'll explain the small decisions I made, which may be different to yours or something. Well, first off, I actually really like Silence in NETTLE. It can provide a great extension for your turn, and it's also level 4, which helps with Bahamut Shark plays, and I also absolutely adore the recycling effect it has, because I find myself in a lot of duels not having the resources to bounce back after I use like one NEPTABYSS or maybe two of them. And yeah, it also helps manage your water count on the grave for Mullen Glacier, and yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Afterwards, I tried running 3 Minstrel, but she's a bit bricky, and 1 is too low for me because I actually really value the protection she may provide, and she is also sometimes a great way to discard your Atlanteans. So yeah, 2 are great. As you saw in my other videos, SUBSTITOAD is an incredible card along with the Atlanteans, given the fact that it actually triggers their effects. So yeah, I actually ran a small frog engine. I ran Dupe Frog because Poison Draw Frog doesn't actually activate its effect, it misses its timing, and so does Dupe, but maybe Dupe can actually be useful fetching you a swap frog or something in a very bad scenario, of course. I mean, you would never want to be in a scenario in which you would be relying on Dupe Frog. Yeah, and yeah, for the spells I ran Deep Sea Area. Minstrel also helps having Wuthering Grave for Deep Sea Area, and so does Swap Frog. Monster Reborn is obviously an incredible card. Small World gives great consistency to our deck. Called by the Grave for the protection from hand traps. Mizuchi, which is obviously incredible, and Aoi is actually a tech card I'm testing. You can also run Gagigo Bite or however it's called, but I actually have found that in a lot of duels where I actually used Aoi, especially after having a Mullen Glacier on board, my opponent just tilts his ass off. Yeah, so, and I also ran 3 Imperm just for the interruptions. Yeah, so for the extra deck, I'm running Baron, self-explanatory, Ravenous Croco Dragon, because it also, first of all, it gets you some pluses, drawing some cards, and you also have an interruption in case you can't make anything else, plus it also triggers your Atlantean effects. Dragite is a bit harder to make in this build, but in the off chance I can make it, I would really like to have it. Duloren / Brionac is very good here. I like Duloren because it can actually bounce some of my Atlanteans back so that I can discard them and trigger their effects. And with Silence in NETTLE and Diva, you can actually make it super easily. Gaios, Bahamut, Beast Dweller for Tears, obviously totally awesome. I could also run 3 totally. I don't have the space actually, that's why I don't run 3. Gigantic Sprite for obvious reasons. Anemone, Abyss Glacier, Ahashima, Abyss Keeper, which is incredible, combined with our Pike, and Sprite Elf. The side deck is very experimental and a bit weird, as you can see. Don't judge that. But the most important card I would like to showcase is White Howling, because I actually have a really hard time against runic decks, but White Howling, as you can see, can shut off a lot of runic players and their turns. So let's get into some combos. First combo consists of Deep-Sea Diva and Swap Frog. We will normal summon our Deep-Sea Diva, use her effect to summon our NEPTABYSS. NEPTABYSS' effect activates, we dump Dragoons to get back Dragoons, and Dragoons effect activates, and we will summon our Lapis Dragon. We will special Lapis, and we did that because we want to use the Dragoons in hand as a discard fodder for Swap Frog, so that we can send Substitoad to the grave and then make an Anemone with 2 of these to summon back Substitoad on our field. So let's make an Anemone first. No reason to be anxious about the order of those. So now Swap Frog, use its effect to dump Substitoad, and Anemone will special Substitoad on our side of the field. Now Substitoad will tribute as a cost NEPTABYSS, which means its effect will activate, and we will get Dragoons from our grave. So we already, as you can see, have a totally awesome we can make. Now we have 4 waters in grave, so we will use Substitoad again, tributing Dragoons to get another Swap Frog, and Dragoons effect activates, we won't activate Swap Frog, to get our Mulling Glacier, because we have 5 waters. We will special summon Mulling Glacier, we will discard 2 from our opponent, we will make a totally awesome here, and we will also tribute Substitoad to get another swap, our last frog actually, and we will make our second totally awesome. So I preferred using Substitoad instead of Anemone for our last frog, because if she survives next turn due to all the negates we have here, we may be able to get back our NEPTABYSS and make a decent play. So yeah, that's it for the first combo. This next combo consists of NEPTABYSS and Swap Frog. We will normal summon our NEPTABYSS, use its effect to dump a Dragoons, and we will actually get a heavy infantry this time around. You'll see why in a second. Dragoon's effect activates, we get Lapis Dragon, and Lapis Dragon's effect special summon itself on our side of the field. Then Swap Frog activates, we discard our infantry and we special summon Swap Frog. Swap Frog activates, we dump our Substitoad to the grave. We use this Swap Frog and our Lapis Dragon for an Anemone, which means now that we actually used one of our frogs for the Anemone, we only have 3 frogs in our deck, so we can't actually make 2 totally awesomes. So if you want, you can run 1 poison draw frog or maybe a second dupe frog, but I think I value consistency at this point, and since our Hulky Fibrax got banned, so I'll show you an alternate route you can take with this. So we will activate Anemone to get Substitoad. Substitoad's effect will activate, tributing NEPTABYSS, and NEPTABYSS will summon our dupe frog. Not NEPTABYSS, sorry. NEPTABYSS will summon our Dragoons. So we will actually use Substitute again, tributing Dragoons to get swap. Dragoons will get our Mulling Glacier, and now that we have 5 waters in grave, we will special summon it and discard 2 cards from our opponent's hand. Well, obviously you can actually just make the totally awesome first, in case, for example, your opponent is playing Tears. So if you use Mulling Glacier's effect, you won't activate accidentally an effect of theirs. Sorry. So Substitute activates. We will tribute our Anemone to get our Swap Frog, and we did that because I would actually like to, as I said, my deck list for now doesn't have the option of another frog, so we can't make a second totally awesome. But tributing Anemone, which is a Cybers and can't go into Abyssalacia, lets us get to our Abyssalacia. And now, after we actually activate Totally Awesome's effect and send it to the graveyard, we can get the infantry we discarded earlier to summon our Swap Frog and have another interruption, as well as a search, of course. So, next combo. This is a combo I actually thought of just now. Let's say you have a NEPTABYSS in hand and you dead draw a Substitute. Well, it's actually not a dead draw, and you'll see why. We will use NEPTABYSS' effect, dumping Dragoons to get our Dragoons, and Dragoons effect activates, we will get our Megalo. You guessed it, we are going to discard our Substitute and Dragoons to summon our Megalo, and Dragoons and Megalo activate their effects, so we get our MIZUCHI, and we will get a Lapis Dragon. Lapis Dragon is the MVP, as you can see. So Lapis Dragon activates, it special summons itself, and we are going to summon an Anemone once again. She will special our Substitute. Substitute effect activates, we will dump our NEPTABYSS, get our dupe. Same story as before, we will get our Dragoons. Tributing Substitute tributing Dragoons, we special our Swap Frog, Dragoons activates, we get our Mulling Glacier since we have 5 in grave, we special summon our Mulling Glacier, we will make our totally here, and now you can use Substitute tributing Anemone to get a Swap Frog, and I would much rather actually not making a second Toad here, but actually making Abyssalacia so that I can use my MIZUCHI and protect my board from Dark Ruler no more, or Super Polymerization and whatsoever. So yeah. Let's see another one. Unique combo. Whenever I see NETTLE and Diva in my hand, I'm a bit I don't know what to do and I'm a bit stumped. So let's see a combo I thought of recently. DIVA-SEA Diva activates and we will summon our NEPTABYSS. NEPTABYSS' effect activates and we will get Dragoons to grave and Dragoons hand, and Dragoons from the grave will get us an Abyss Megalo. Now we will actually special summon our Silencing NETTLE, and we are going to go into a rather strange synchro. We will make Duloren. Duloren's effect activates and we will get back our NEPTABYSS so that we can actually have discard fodder for Megalo. Megalo will dump Dragoons and NEPTABYSS, and now we are going to get a search with Megalo, a summon from the grave with NEPTABYSS, and a MIZUCHI from our deck with Megalo. So Dragoons will get us our Lapis Dragon. We will special summon it. And we are going to actually use Duloren and Lapis Dragon, which are both useless on our field. And we are going to make Coral Anemone, which will actually get us another level 4 for a Bahamut Shark play. Now we will Xyz summon for Bahamut Shark. We will activate Bahamut Shark's effect, ditching Dragoons to get our Togdali, awesome. Then we will get Mulling Glacier with our Dragoons. We will make an Abyss-Glacier, and now we have, as you've obviously noticed, we have a lot of waters in grave, but Silencing Nettle is here to correct that. We are going to banish it to shuffle whatever you want. Actually, we have 8 waters in grave, so we're going to shuffle 3 more back into the deck, and those are gonna be these ones. So now we have 5. We're special summoning Mulling Glacier, and now we have an Omni Negate, a Spell and Trap card negate, and we also discarded 2 cards from our opponent with 2 meh cards in our hand. Obviously Diva is not a meh card, but you know, Silencing Nettle along with Diva is a bit weird. Yeah, next combo. Let's check out a more streamlined combo. We are going to use TEUS to discard our Dragoons. TEUS and Dragoons will activate. We are going to get our Pike, and Dragoons will activate so that we can get our NEPTABYSS. Then we are going to normal summon our Pike. Pike's effect activates, we ditch NEPTABYSS, and we get our Gund along with Dragoons from grave on our field. Then we are going to make Bahamut Shark. Then Bahamut Shark's effect activates. We are going to ditch Dragoons to get our Totally. Dragoon's effect activates, we get our Mulling Glacier. And now we are going to make a Coral Anemone using Bahamut and Abyss-SEA. Now we have 5 waters in grave, so we will special summon our Mulling Glacier, discard these 2 cards, and we actually have never used NEPTABYSS effect yet, so we are using that to get NEPTABYSS on our side of the field, use its effect to send to the grave, a Dragoons to get back a Dragoons, and Dragoons effect will actually get us a Megalo. Megalo will activate its effect, discarding Gund and Dragoons. To get a Megalo on our side of the field, we will search MIZUCHI, we will special summon TEUS from our grave because of Gund. So yeah, after that you can actually make an Abyss Gaius as well, but I wouldn't recommend it because Megalo is actually good on its own. But yeah, we will get an infantry with our Dragoons from the grave, and we did that because I would really much rather, as I said, not make Gaius but make an Abyss-Glacier here. So we actually ended up with 1 Omni Negate, 1 Spell Negate, which actually also protects us from super polymerization and Dark Ruler no more, Forbidden Droplet and more, and we also have an interruption and a search combined here in the form of Abyssalacia. So next and last combo, I think. Our final combo consists of Deep-Sea Diva and Heavy Infantry. We are going to normal summon our Heavy Infantry, which lets us normal summon Deep-Sea Diva in addition to our normal summon, who will get us our not heavy infantry, NEPTABYSS. NEPTABYSS effect activates, we get Dragoons to the grave and the Dragoons to our hand, and we also get a Lapis Dragon from our deck, which special summons itself. So now we are going to use our 2 level 2s to make our Bujinki Ahashima. Bujinki will get us our Dragoons from hand and grave on our side of the field, and immediately Xyz summon for a Bahamut Shark. Bahamut Shark's effect activates, we are getting to detach Dragoons to get our Totally Awesome. Not totally, Dragoons activates, we get our Mooling Glacier. We have 3 engraved, so we would like to make a link play so that we get 5. So we are going to use Lapis and NEPTABYSS to make Anemone. We are not going to activate her effect, we are going to special summon our Mooling Glacier, and now we are going to, since we have 2 link 2s on our field, we are going to make Gigantic Sprite. Gigantic Sprite will activate to summon. We are going to detach Ahashima or Coral Anemone, because if Bahamut survives, we are going to get a Search with Dragoons and a Totally Awesome from our deck. We're going to detach, let's say, Coral Anemone, get our Swap Frog. Swap Frog's effect activates to dump our other frog, maybe Dupe Frog, since Swap Frogs are a lot more useful in our hand or deck, right? And after that we are going to use our Sprite, Gigantic Sprite and Bahamut to make a Sprite Elf, use its effect to summon our dupe from our grave, and now we have 2 Totally Awesomes in the protection of Sprite Elf, as well as obviously discarding 2 cards from our opponent's hand. So that's it with the combos, hope you like them, and comment any corrections or tips or ideas you may have in the comments. Yeah, bye.